Hello, hello. How was everyone today? Decided to where's that on camera? Where's some hoops? Gotta touch up this face. I did a quick makeup this morning. It says morning. I did a quick makeup this morning, and and then I had on a mask, and then so some things got messed up, and then some things still on, so I gotta even everything out, right? I gotta even everything out. Okay. I decided to do a little come on and do a touch up. Hey Sharon, how are you? Decided to do a little touch up from earlier. And I was meant to come on last night, but then I got busy doing some other things, and then I got busy watching this, a couple of different shows. I got watching, there was a Tina Turner documentary on HBO Max that had its debut this weekend, and then I watched this really good documentary series, and I binged the whole thing. Called, and I posted about it earlier if anybody's seen it, called McMillions. And it's all about how these people were doing a scam regarding the McDonald's. Oh, that's what that is. I just now found this after so long. I thought I'd lost it. The McDonald's lottery, or no, not lottery, Monopoly game, and how these people, like, in the late 90s, early 2000s, oh my God, it was unbelievable. So I just did a little bit of the Cashmere Complexion Foundation. Hey, how are you? Thanks for joining. And a little bit of the Cashmere Collection Foundation. I got on some earrings, some Avon earrings. And, so just taking a little foundation, just spreading it around. But anyway, this series is so good, and I like documentaries and docuseries. This is sort of like, have you ever watched a show, American Greed, on CNBC? I actually like, I'm into, like, people watching, like, you know how some people are into, like, murders or shows about killers. I love to watch about people that do, like, white collar crimes, or somebody steals stuff or embezzles stuff or does all this stuff, and then when they get caught. I like all that. And I don't like to watch stuff about murder or domestic violence, whatever, but I do. The types of crime shows I like is where people are like, you know, everything seems normal, and it's all had somebody was changing things around, and then they were like living in yachts and mansions and all this, and all of a sudden it turned out it was all like all a ruse, and, you know, all that. So this is very much like that. It's so shocking. It's like it's like an onion. You gotta peel away the layers. So it's called McMillions. I guess it was originally on HBO. Mark Wahlberg was one of the executive producers. So, and then there's like mob and yeah. So but this is like involved mobs and family and all kinds of drama, and it was almost like you wouldn't believe it was happening until you were watching it, and it's like, oh my God, it's happening. All this stuff and it was, it was just wild. And I can remember bits and pieces of the story that they show as it plays out. I'm like, oh yeah, I sort of remember that, or oh yeah, I remember that. But it was during a time I was working a lot. I wasn't watching the news. It's like, oh yeah, I always wonder how that happened. You know? So anyway, so yes, but it's very interesting. Okay, so I just did a little warm sunrise, warm sunrise palette, a little bit more. I just kind of touch all three. A little warm sunrise. Now, I did do earlier today, and I was in a quick hurry, I did the black from Urban Skyline, and I put it here, and then I took the pink the pink from Purple Pop. Purple Pop! I did Purple Pop, the pink right here. There. But I'm going to do something different this time. Yeah, I'm going to do something different. I think I'm going to do a cut crease. It's something I haven't done in a while. Okay, another thing I haven't shown in a while is the persistent. It's been here for so long, it's persistent. It's called Persistent. It's the Avon matte liquid lipstick. And always, you can see when you pull it out, it can be a gloppy mess. It can really be a gloppy mess. But just like anything, I always wipe the edge. Because it's so, look at the, and that's with me wiping it. Okay, that's how pigmented it is. It's so pigmented. How pigmented is it? It's so pigmented. It's so hot. How hot is it? It's so pigmented. Okay, and you have to go very gently because it's so pigmented. And then in my mind I'm hearing Lash Up go, pigmented! Sounds like something like shit did on the heart. Patrick is working away, but he has his headphones in or else he'd be laughing. He'd be laughing at that joke. Laughing at his own joke that he made when he was doing the voice of Last Job. Slightly clean this. But yeah, that was really interesting. Because if anyone's ever played remember those McDonald's lottery or Monopoly, or even the Safeway, our grocery store has one of those Monopoly games. And if you've ever done it, you know how every time you go to the same grocery store, you get the same pieces over and over and over again. And then later you go to another grocery store, and if you go to that one, different location but the same grocery store, and you get those pieces, it's going to be the same over and over again from that location. Because it seems like one store will always get the same ones. And I guess, I don't know if they're doing it to make people go to different stores, or you always have to go back, makes you want to go shop at that chain to always get the thesis. Now, this is the other one called Ambitious, okay? Matte liquid. So, or, I don't know if they want you to just keep going, or they don't think that everybody's not going to figure that out. So, now I'm just kind of filling it in the center, doing like an ombre. But it was quite a scam. It was mind-blowing. And the stuff, the people got caught up in it, and oh my God, it's just horrible. But it's really fascinating. It's riveting. Riveting TV. And the Tina Turner documentary is very good. And of course, they sang my favorite song, which is Proud Mary, otherwise known as Wild Berry. Wild Berry keeps on drawing. And Wild Berry keeps on drawing. Alright, so we're going to take the concealer. And now I was thinking of more verses to I was trying to think of it, so I can see a whole cute song. All right, so I'm gonna do a cut crease. All right, so instead of wiping off this, I'm taking this brush and I'm going to the applicator, doing a cut crease, and this is what a cut crease is. And so you take the light color and you go over, and you're basically going above your crease line. Above your crease line. So look, my crease is actually right here, but I'm going above, so it gives the illusion. It gives the illusion of a bigger eye socket, basically. And when you do that, it kind of like makes you look more wide open. Okay. And what it does, it also helps put a brighter base, a brighter future, a brighter base for the for when you put the shadow. And all right, so see, I'm dipping in here. All right. Hi, honey. Came out from under the headphones. Okay. Today it was sunny, but it's very cold. But he thought it was gonna be warmer, so he was wearing shorts. And then he came back in, and I was like, "You forgot something, honey?" He's like, "No, it's colder out than I thought." I thought, oh, he's gonna go change his pants. No, he just put a jacket on. So he's still making his fashion statement for spring. Oh, Lord. Okay. Oh, because... Oh. What is that about? Daddy went downstairs, so Pippa has to go downstairs. Alright, let's do something we haven't done before. Gotta dry these lids. Alright. It's okay. Oh, Daddy left and made a noise with the door. Oh, good. Takes so much patience. Is there another package, honey? Sorry for something. All right, let's try the number 2 right here. Let's try that. This is the Romantic Moms. You see how that pops? It really pops if you do it from a cut crease. You put a highlighty shade or a bright shade on a cut crease. You really get a substantial contrast. Big waves keep... So I started getting all these Tina songs in my head. What's love got to do? Got to do that. What's love? It's like an handy motion. Right, I gotta get this little something. There we go. What's love? Alright, I'm gonna take this color here. Make a little bit of a highlight. And blend it in with the blush. A little bit of a highlight. I fell asleep with my makeup on. So you can see I'm looking a little rough. One day, it's all it takes. One day. One day and I start breaking it around here. Just add a little highlight here. Mary, keep on. Alright, now I'm going to take this type of brush. I'm going to go into these Romantic Mauves. I'm going to go above where I did the crease. Take from there and then go out. Go up so that it lifts and elongates. Rolling across my lip line. There he is. His Captain America jacket. Has professorial goatee with a Captain America jacket. Looking very professorial. Alright, now we're going to go back to get this little light brush. I'm going to get a little maybe the white from, yeah, I'm going to do the white. That's what it is. The white from Urban Skyline here. Hello, hello. Thanks for watching. See, someone else came on. This is the number 1, Urban Skyline. That's this one. Oh, I just uploaded the purple one that I did on Saturday. I just uploaded that to my YouTube channel. And the one where I couldn't stop laughing, that one's up too. I'm gonna start reposting them here. On the days that I'm too busy to come on, or I may just like do one here in the morning and then post one in the afternoon, or vice versa. Post one here in the morning and then later on if I come on. I just keep interest up, you know. It opens up the whole look. Oh, he's moving the trash cans. And she hates that sound. That's one thing. We move here, so quiet, but the people in the townhouse down there, the people next door to them, us, and then this one more. Well, we all have to take our trash cans and wheel them down to that corner down there. So in the morning, when the guy that lives down there and this lady lives here, and then, you know, if she hears it on the sidewalk, it bothers her. It's like, oh my God, but she goes crazy. So today was the big trash day because it's the trash and the recycling. And it's the paper recycling and the plastic and the bottles and cans, all that. So all those have to be moved down. So in the morning, everybody's wheeling their stuff up and she's going crazy. And then people being, so Patrick, you know, when he needs to take a break from sitting at the desk, he'll go outside and, you know, gather the receptacles, our receptacles, but when she hears that sound, it makes her crazy. It makes her crazy. Oh, thank you so much. Thought I'd mix it up a little bit. Okay, now, I have not shown our lip gloss in a while, but since I'm trying something, Socialite is one of my favorite colors. I don't know if it's still available or not, but this goes perfectly with these colors. It gives you extra shimmer for your glimmer. Extra shimmer for your glimmer. Shimmer for your glimmer. Glimmer, shimmer. I have a friend who, I can say anything about this little closet gets on you. That when you're wearing all these other stains, all these other things, it doesn't happen. But I love the feeling of gloss. Plus, I like amping up the color a little, just a tad. So anyway, I remember a friend that's a little older than me. She was in those weddings in the 70s where everybody had like the bridesmaid dresses and they had hats like this and the hats would match. They either all were in pastels that had pastel dresses that had white trim, like white sleeves or white collar or a white bow, and the hats would be white, or the weddings would be like everybody was in like a different pastel shade and they had matching hats, and then the bride was all white with a white floppy hat, all those floppy hat weddings. And it's so funny, when J-Lo brought these back in the early 70s, early 2000s, it reminded me so much of the early 70s. And I was like, oh my god, and they've never gone away. It was like, oh, BoHo, this BoHo look. I'm like, BoHo look, this is a 70s look. But it's so funny because ever since J-Lo brought it back, it hasn't gone anywhere. Who knew J-Lo would be setting such trends? But she did. She set a lot of trends and they haven't gone anywhere. Okay, so I have not shown this in a while because I've lost it inside my beauty caddy. And if you have not seen the caddy, this is what it looks like. See, I have all my Avon in there. I have it all organized so I know where everything is, and you've got sections and a whole bit. Okay, so this must have fallen somewhere. Now I just have to. I don't know where the brush went. It had its own little brush. This is usually for brows. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, good. I found this was where I had left it, but somehow this got rearranged somehow. Now this is usually, I'll do this, I'll put a little here. I just did a quick pencil this morning. You still had your tag on, honey?
Yeah.
Had to go into the office briefly. Luckily everything's office cash. What was it like walking into the building wearing shorts and casual clothes? Is that wild? Nobody cares.
No one cares these days.
No one cares. Hey, Marcy, how are you? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Okay. This is called the Brow Pomade by The Face Shop, which is one of our collabs. And I use it. You can use it on your brows, and it comes with its own brow with a spoolie for blending. You just take the spoolie, go like that, and I just take a little bit. I don't dig in, and I want to be able to control it. It's all about control. I'm taking it. I just do lots of short little. It's like dot. Or dash. Not dash. We're not doing an SOS. Not doing Morse code on here. Not SOS. Save the ship. I just dash. Oh God. Oh my God. It's those things that stay in your mind forever. If anyone was a Girl Scout, you know how they taught you had to learn how to do Morse code. I talk about the most obscure things where someone does makeup, Morse code, documentaries. See the difference? Liner versus no liner. Oh. Oh my God. Dash. Dot dash. He has his headphones on. He would have laughed at that. Birds chirping. Oh, God. So funny. So we have some really funny birds. My whole life, after I got the nickname Biba, there's these birds. They're not around all the time. They must come back in the spring. Well, we call them the Biba birds because they sound like going Biba 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 Biba, and they're usually out early in the morning when you're just waking up and all of a sudden Biba Biba. Then there's another bird that always sounds like it's going Judy, Judy, Judy. My whole life, these are birds that are around the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. Judy, Judy, Judy. Yeah. Biba, biba, biba. Biba, biba. I always call them, I don't know what they're really saying, but they always sound like they're saying Biba, Biba, Biba. I call them the Biba birds. I don't know what they look like. But if anybody is a bird watcher / listener, my whole life I would say I'm a bird listener, not a bird watcher, because I've been hearing some of these. And, sometimes, I have always had odd sleep patterns. Even as a child, I would be up crazy hours and, wake up too, or the birds would actually wake you up. And you really need to sleep more or something, and then some bird or something would go, Biba, Biba, and you're like, oh, just trying to sleep, Biba, Biba. Judy, Judy, and then sometimes they're talking to each other. You'll hear one bird that go, Biba, Biba, and there's another bird over there going, Biba, Biba, back at him, and they're like, Judy, Judy, and then the other one's going, Judy, Judy. And they're having a whole conversation. And you're like, oh my God, I just want to get back to sleep. I'd be like 5 years old. And like an hour before I was supposed to get up for school. And I may have only not gotten much sleep the night before. I was cranky by 5. People are like, were you ever having? No, it's not that. It's just it's just something about, it's like you have everyone told me even then, like, you have an old soul. Because I'd be like, oh, these birds are keeping me up. Woke me up this morning. I can't get back to sleep. And they're like, kids when they're cranky act differently normally than how I acted. I would already be kind of crappy and complaining like I was middle-aged or something. But it's just funny. But yeah, that's the story of the Biba and the Judy birds. Judy. There's quite a few other birds. But I don't know what they look like. They don't look they're not like all that colorful or anything, or else I would have been aware of them, but they're just so funny. I'm sure everybody else has birds that are unique to where they live too. One time, Patrick and I was right when the pandemic started. You had to get used to eating we would occasionally eat in the car, but this was we wanted to get something. And we were out and about, and it's like, you could sit inside, so we had to sit out in the car, and we had the windows down. And I think it was right when it was starting to get warm, maybe like May, like a year ago, May. And we were in this parking lot of this fast food place, and I guess it was near where the trash was for the whole food strip mall or something. There was all these black crows like feasting on all this trash, but they were making so much noise, and we was like, oh, it's a nice day, let's roll the windows down and have the top open for the I guess the sunroof or whatever. These birds would not shut up, and they were making all that. It was almost like the Alfred Hitchcock movie The Birds. And all around us, and I guess I could smell the food. And I'm like, oh, I just want to have like a nice little relaxing lunch, I'll sit outside, and these birds are like, I'm like, Is it worth putting all the food away, getting your hands all clean, moving the car somewhere else, and then there was these, and then you could actually like see them like doing things, and they were like almost like having a conversation over here, and there was 2 or 3 over here, and they were it was so funny. And I was like, it's not worth getting all, like, your hands all clean, and then to move the car and then get all dirty again. So we just had to sit there and just, all right, let's shut the windows now, and let's shut the thing, and those birds are everywhere. Let's just sit and watch, let's just sit and enjoy them for what they are. It's like so much for relaxation. So much for a nice relaxing afternoon, a nice little picnic. Oh, Lord. Okay, love at first lash. Love at first lash. And some people really enjoy nature, and more power to you. If you can, if these things don't happen to you and don't bother you, that's wonderful. But for me, I'm like, I just want some peace and quiet. Okay, now I'm gonna do love at first lash. Oh, just one of many wacky stories. Love at first lash. Da, 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 da. Love at first lash. Biba. Yeah. There's quite a few other sounds. I can imitate quite a few birds. Caw, yeah. Oh, but what a difference. See, I had a little bit on over here, but then the more you put on, the longer they get. I always take it out, and I never turn. I never push. I mean, I turn, but I don't push in. You never push back and forth. You push in, and then you can turn to get more on. But then it always helps to wipe this corner, so that way you don't accidentally, even if you bump, you don't end up with a huge glop. You might get a black mark, but you don't get that huge glop of stuff. That's another little tip. Oh, thank you for joining us. Miss Pippa just came back up. We saw a bunny the other day, didn't we? Sometimes we're out early in the morning, and now I'm starting to see some bunnies. Starting to see some more bunnies and squirrels out and about. There's a really, really cute black squirrel that's in this neighborhood, or a family of black squirrels. Oh, thank you so much. Cut crease lifts it all up. Cut crease and good lighting. Let's see what happens with different lighting. Okay, so we have that. Oh, that's like a rosy glow, a little warm. There's a little cooler. And there's more of the yellow light. And there's warmer. Cut back. And there's just like regular. Oh wait, that's one. I actually like that with just one. And there's just like without it. Kind of amazing what they're able to do now with all these, like, different lights and stuff. I have some fabric that I can use as a background. Now that, you know, I have that it's like a coat rack. A dress rack, I guess that's what it is. What I did when I have that background, when I use the background, but I didn't even think that I have this huge amount of material that I could actually use as like a photography background. And I have several yards of different types of fabrics. I have a red one I could do as a holiday, and I have that leopard one. If you want to do something retro, I have purple sparkly, a couple different things. So that will be fun to be playing with, and we may do that soon. To maybe take some different photos or something. Yeah, I love this. I love this as a brow liner, as well as I've been so missing this, and I had no idea where it went. And it just fell in somehow. It fell in. And it's such a relief to have it. Okay. So, all aboard the magic bus, the magic dust. Okay. Thing about magic dust, it actually has a lock. It has a lock. Lock it in place. Then it doesn't go anywhere. You could travel with it. You could do... But the powder has a shimmer. It has a shimmer. It has a shimmer for your glimmer. Has a shimmer for your glimmer. And this is an easy way. Just kind of tap it a little bit and it comes out. Oh, I think I just looked. Yeah, there we go. And that's a lot easier than just, or you can just take a little like this and dump it into the lid. If you want a little more control. And then the thing about this is the shimmer actually gives it helps diffuse. Like, see, if you look up close, you can see my nose is a series of wide open pores. Ugly pores that I fill with concealer and foundation, all the bags, all the sags, bags and sags. But if you diffuse it with all these things, nobody's skin is perfect. Although some are more perfect than others. I used to work with a couple of sisters whose skin, they were in their 30s, and they both smoked cigarettes. And even by then, there are many who have a lot of issues with their skin by that age. Their skin was flawless. Absolutely flawless. It was like, for me, I've been wearing makeup since I was 12 to help either conceal, hide, amplify good things, play down bad things. Kind of like when you get dressed. You're wearing something to push something up and that plays something down or something. But the people who don't have to do all that and are just like, can wear just clothes and, or just when they wear makeup, it's just like, it just adds to. But I have been around people who are their skin is just so flawless that they don't have to do this much more. Or even if they do all this, it's a flawless canvas to begin with. But all these things help. If I'm able to work it and get it to do things. You can do it too, But makes such a difference. like even diffusing this little wrinkle right here. And I have had this wrinkle since I was 21 years old. There we go. Sorry, I lost a connection for a minute. I've had these lines right here and this line right here since I was 21. Right when legal drinking age and staying up late. And those three things right there. And they've gotten deeper. This side has almost totally gone away. This side is still there. But the fact that this has gone away, this whole thing used to be all the way across. And you used to have another line, you used to have another line. So these have actually faded considerably. It's not, there's just a hint of a line there. But that's from skincare. This side is still, I still got to work on this a little bit. But that's from using scrubs and good skincare products, and even this isn't as bad. These are not as bad. This isn't bad. You look, I was just looking at pictures from 2-3 years ago. The sagging that I had here is not there as much anymore. I can still be like in this direction, but I don't have near what I had before, and that's all from, there's muscles underneath this on your face and underneath it, and when you were working it and you're working in your skincare, it helps. It helps tone things up. All right, a little bit of makeup setting spray. Here we go. Flawless. All right, there's not much left in this one. Good thing I got my backup. Good thing I got a backup. There we go. Oh, much better. I only filled it up here with this one. Alrighty. So if you have any questions about what I showed here, or if you are interested in it, it's nothing to host a party now. The way I've been doing parties lately, all you got to do is just tag some friends in the comments of a video that you share on your page that I do as your party video. That's it. That's it. You don't have to invite people to another room. You don't have to take them to another spot. You don't have to send out invitations. You don't have to send an invite. You don't have to send an event invite. None of that. None of that. It's so easy the way we do it here. People have been earning free products and earning goodies and take it away. You could use your points that you earn to buy clothes. You could buy makeup. You could buy skincare. You could buy home cleaning products. You could buy jewelry. You could buy all kinds of goodies. Gifts for people. The men's things, options are endless. Kids, everything. Home decor, everything. Home decor. So, it's so easy. And if you have a friend who would like to possibly be a party hostess, or, likes makeup and stuff, and it would be so much fun. It could be a niece, it could be a daughter, it could be a granddaughter, it could be cousin, it could be anybody. As long as you're on Facebook and they can invite their friends. So if you have any questions about the opportunity, the zero sign up is still going on. As far as I know, it's going to end in this week, but it could be extended. You never know. But it's been a year of a free sign up, and you can still have time to join. And there are you get all kinds of goodies and some free products and all kinds of stuff, as well as enjoying the discount or having it be a side gig or turning it into what I'm doing. So however way you want to do it, and I'd love to have you join my team, okay? So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Thanks. Bye.